Hello there and a warm welcome to SuperScreen's Media News broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adenike Owoye Ajiboye. As President Muhammadu Buhari prepares to visit Benue State today, stakeholders in the state have urged him to take decisive action that will end killings by herdsmen in the state. The presidential visit is coming about 10 weeks after the New Year Day massacre of farmers in Logo and Guma local government areas of the state, and also a week after the Omusu killings in Okpoko local government area of the state. In a statement by Benue State Governor Samuel Utom through his special advisor on media and ICT, Tahav Agezwa, said during the visit, the president is expected to pay a courtesy call on the chairman of the Benue State Council of Chiefs for Tiv, James Ayatse. He also said the president will also hold a meeting with major stakeholders at the Benue People's House. Now, two senior lawyers in Nigeria, Falana and Itse Sage, have commended Senator Sheku Sani for revealing that each senator receives 13.5 million naira monthly as running costs, apart from the 700,000 naira consolidated salary and allowances paid to each of them. Sage said Sani's revelation had vindicated him on his criticism of the lawyers. Sage said he has always said the senators earn too much, adding that the figure disclosed by Sani does not include constituency allowances. Falana said apart from the monthly package of 13.5 million naira, each senator is given the opportunity to execute constituency projects to the tune of 200 million naira per annum. However, the disclosure made by Senator Sani does not cover the allowances for cars, housing, wardrobe and furniture running to several millions of naira approved for each senator. Deputy President of the Senate, Ike Ekweremadu, has denied calling for military intervention in the affairs of Nigeria. Ekweremadu disclosed this in Yenogwa, Bayelsa State, when Governor Serika Dixon hosted him and other African lawmakers attending the 74th Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Africa region, according to a statement by its special advisor on media, Uche Anichukwu. While reinstating his respect for the Nigerian armed forces, Ekweremadu said that comments made by lawmakers in the course of their duty should be situated within the proper context before any form of reactions. Plateau State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of a herdsman with an AK-47 rifle in Bokus local government area of the state. The command spokesman turned out to PEV, who disclosed this, gave the rifle serial number as HC2614. PEV said the herdsman, identified as Muhammadu Bimini, was arrested by riot policemen on March 8 at Dafo. He said the suspect has been transferred from Bokus to the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department in Jos and is being interrogated. He also said the command had deployed more personnel in the areas to restore peace and order. A medical expert identified as Oyewole Adeoye has thrown light on the difference between personality and attitude. Speaking with SuperScreen in Lagos, Dr. Adeoye said people with attitude should not be stereotyped as their personality.
Personality is genetic based. You are born with it, and nobody has a bad personality because it is genetic. But when personality interacts with environment, it produces attitudes. So you can develop bad attitudes, you can develop good ones. So invariably, when people correct our attitudes, we say that's how we are, thinking that is personality. In workplace, you have a bad attitude, people have told you, even that same thing at home, before you are recruited in your place of work, that you have this attitude about work. Then you get to your workplace, and that's how I've been, nobody can change me. Assuming that it's personality, but it's not. But the challenge is that your capacity to be humble enough to introspect and look at that attitude and what it is doing to other people and change it is what makes a difference in your life, whether you be successful.
This medical expert also advised on how negative attitude can be worked upon.
I'm advising that just like every other human being, we should be able to objectively appraise ourselves. This thing I'm doing, this is the result it's giving. If it is continuously reproducible, what can I do about it? So the admission of it is itself 50% work done. And then, of course, submit ourselves to strategies that will help us modify attitudes. We can see experts, counselors, who can help us to modify our attitudes.
Medical experts Oyewole Adeoye speaking there on character building. And now moving on, Kogi State House of Assembly was thrown into confusion on Sunday as the state governor, Yahaya Bello, ordered the dissolution of his cabinet. Sources close to the State Executive Committee meeting held on Sunday said the governor had ordered all commissioners and all the 21 local government administrators to hand over keys to the official cars to the secretary to the state government for Lashade Arike Ayoade. The governor was said to be furious with his cabinet members whom he accused of leaking the information about the arms importation. However, just 10 minutes after the pronouncement, the governor reversed his order, demanding better performance and relationship with the state government. The Director General Media and Publicity to the governor, Kingsley Fanwo, confirmed that the governor had reversed his order of dissolution. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has been asked to conduct a free and fair election ahead of 2019 general elections. A member of the House of Representatives representing Ajeromi, Ifelodun constituency, Rita Oje, gave the advice at a forum to empower members of our constituency in Lagos. The report. A member of the House of Representatives representing Ajeromi Ifelodun Federal Constituency, Rita Oji, is worried about the 2019 general elections. According to her, elections done in the past have been ridden with manipulation of results. Owing to this, she advised the electoral umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct a credible polls ahead of the 2019 general elections, urging Nigerians to equally defend their votes.
This election, see, three things must happen. Nigerians must take their destiny in their hand. Get your voter's card. Be ready to go and vote and stand to defend your vote. And INEC should endeavor to announce the result of people as it is. Make sure that they count the votes of people, not writing result of another person. We saw in different elections where it happened. The results will come differently and they'll go to tribunal. Nigerians are not ready for that again. We've taken a lot. INEC should be independent as they are. They were only fighting National Assembly members for staggering of the election. They forgot that the original custodians of electoral act is the House of the masses. That's the National Assembly. They wrote the electoral act, and the power to amend it rests with us. We don't need any assistance to amend it because we wrote it.
Addressing members of her constituency, in which she empowered women by giving them cash gifts to start up or support their businesses, Rita said the problem of Southwest politicians is greed.
What will he pay me for me to go and take somebody's son and enlist him in occultic activities, or in the name of trying to extract loyalty? or you support them to go into it because you want to work with them. I want to tell you that in the first place, youth development has been my priority. All the trainings I am telling you are all youths. But there is one problem. Enemies of progress never want the youth of Ajegunle to be themselves. They want only to relegate them to the streets to collect money with stone and bottles, fighting and stabbing them. In fact, as I'm telling you, they have started regrouping them that, oh, they will use them for election. Unfortunately, I stand to be corrected. I was the first legislature that moved a motion that in the whole Southwest, there is no technology acquisition center for the youth, because of the greed of the representative. Because they don't want their youth to be free of the vices of the devil. They don't want it to come. I want to tell you that I moved that motion in there and I got approval from Federal Ministry of Labor and Productivity.
Rita is one among many politicians that has frowned at the use of youth as tools to perpetrate violence in election. But these culprits will never reason in this line. Still staying with electoral matters, the resident electoral commissioner in Imo State, Francis Ezono, says the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, will not use incident form in 2019 elections, maintaining that the card reader will be effectively utilized. Ezono disclosed this at a town hall meeting and sensitization campaign of the Commission on continuous voter registration in Egbema and Uguta local government area of Imo State. He said the Commission is upgrading the card reader machine to make it more functional and effective during elections. Ezono also said accreditation and voting would start simultaneously to avoid long queues and time wastage during elections. In another development, the special advisor to the president on Niger Delta and coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Brigadier General Paul Burr, says the federal government has offered employment to 350 Niger Delta former agitators who graduated from various tertiary institutions across the world. Burrow said the 350 graduates were among the 30,000 former agitators sponsored for various studies abroad by the Amnesty Office. Burrow disclosed this to journalists after attending a meeting of the Niger Delta Interministerial Committee presided over by Vice President Yemi Oshibajo at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He said the ex-agitators who benefited from the job opportunity had already been posted to various federal ministries awaiting approval of the 2018 appropriation bill by the National Assembly. The federal government says treatment for Lassa fever remains free and urged the members of the public to disregard contrary information. The Chief Executive Officer of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, Chikwe Iyekwazu, who disclosed this in a statement, said the federal government has ensured that ribavirin, the major drug used for the treatment of Lassa fever, is provided free of charge to patients for every single case of Lassa fever reported in Nigeria. He said in addition to ribavirin, the treatment centers had been provided with other essential commodities required for the prevention, diagnosis and treatment of Lassa fever cases. Iyekwazu also said NCDC had rapid response teams supporting the state government of Edo, Ondo and Ebonyi for 6 weeks in all respects of the response. You're still watching SuperScreen News at 12. Well, we took a short break here, and when we return, we'll bring you business news to stay.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigeria government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men.
that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my business. Let me use if I call it useless, I'm not a mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it Plaza. Say each shop there are 4 million naira. So I don't have the money, so I have to leave.
If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
Welcome back. Now in business world, the federal government has closed the verification of electricity debts allegedly being owed to power distribution companies by its ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs. The report says government had also sent letters to power distribution companies informing them about the closure of the exercise. The DISCOs have said that the MDAs owe them over 90 billion naira as electricity bills and urged the federal government to intervene. In September last year, the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, said the federal government, through the verification code, only established 27 billion naira from the claims of over 90 billion naira submitted by the DISCOs as the MDA's electricity debts. And now, Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, stress test has shown that only large banks will stay above the regulator's capital adequacy ratio threshold if the non-performing loans, NPLS, levels of the deposit money banks should rise by 50%. The results of the stress test were contained in the CBN's latest financial stability report posted on its website. According to the report, the end-June 2017 banking industry stress test, which covered 20 commercial and 4 merchant banks, was conducted to evaluate the resilience of the banks to credit liquidity, interest rate, and contagion risk shocks. The banking industry was categorized into large banks, those with assets up to 1 trillion naira or above, then medium banks, those with assets of more than 500 billion naira but less than 1 trillion naira, and small banks, those with assets up to 500 billion naira or below. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami's son, says the United Kingdom has paid Nigeria the sum of $70 million recovered from the Malabo oil deal. The $70 million leaves an outstanding of $50 million of the $85 million, which the AGF announced in October last year as the amount being expected to be recovered from the UK in respect of the deal. Regarded as one of the most complicated and controversial oil deals in the world, the Malabo oil scandal surrounds the sale of Nigeria's highly lucrative oil processing license 245. Malami said what brought about the shortfall of $50 million by the UK in respect of the Malabo deal was the deductions made by the British government. And that's it in business news. We'll take another short break, after which we'll bring you news from the foreign scene and then sports. Stay with us.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice. At least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigeria government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why? It's not what we expected because of these old men
that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are fighting my business. Let me use grass. If I call it use grass, I'm not to mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Say each shop got 4 million naira. So I don't have the money, so I have to leave.
If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.